What's up, y'all? Candy Girl here with my 2 cents on punk ass Walgreens. So let me say that this video was a long time coming, but I tried to give them a chance because my thing is, everybody has a bad day, everything has a hiccup, things happen. But when it's one thing after another, it's like, you know what, I cannot continue to be a very dedicated and repeated consumer over at this place. And I'm gonna tell y'all that y'all need to be following suit as well. Okay, let me get into this. So a couple of months ago, I went to a Walgreens, and per usual, I got to check and see if Shea Moisture got a sale going on. So I go into the ethnic hair care aisle, and ding, customer needs assistance in cosmetics. So at first, it really didn't like alert me because I figured, well, a customer might need assistance in cosmetics, so no big deal. Then all of a sudden, I see not one, but 2 security guards coming through my aisle, okay, watching me. And I hate to say this, but I'm kind of used to being followed, so doesn't make it right, but I've been followed more than once or twice in my days. So I was just like, well, let's put this to the test. So what I did was I went to different aisles. I went from the ethnic hair care aisle, and then I went to the next aisle to the cosmetic aisle. Interesting enough, wasn't nobody in the cosmetic aisle, and I didn't hear a ding when I went through the cosmetics aisle. But sure enough, I guess that security guard was a sales rep that day, because they must have felt like I needed assistance over there as well. They was just standing there kind of, you know, keeping their eye on me or whatever. So then I went right back over to the ethnic hair care aisle, and ding, customer needs assistance in cosmetics. I'm like, okay, all right. I look back, ain't nobody in cosmetics. But guess who was in the damn ethnic hair care aisle? One of the security guards. Now, the other security guard probably was like, ain't nothing going on but the rent, so they just kind of kept it moving. But this other one was not letting up. All right, y'all some punks for that. So I went ahead and kept shopping. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, nah, fuck y'all. I am not about to be spending my money in this store, and y'all think that I'm about to be stealing, so much so that you would follow me around the store. Little do you know, my annual wages and my earning potential probably is more than all of y'all motherfuckers combined. So there's no reason for me to be shoplifted in that store. And as a matter of fact, I'm law enforcement, so I definitely am not going to be stealing in no store, especially at no Walgreens. So I'm like, okay, let me go on and call a manager, since y'all think I need so much assistance anyway. So I go to the register and I kindly ask for a manager. It's a black female. So I told her, I said, I noticed that your security guards are following me around in this store. Not only do I find that offensive, but I also find it extremely prejudiced that it wasn't until somebody went into the ethnic hair care aisle that y'all felt like somebody needed assistance and threw a security guard. So, in other words, you think black people are coming to this store to steal. So I let her know that I was offended by that. She said, you know what? I'm so sorry that offended you. I understand your frustration or whatever. You know, this is a high crime store. We've had a lot of issues here. So, you know, at this point, we just got to like cover our bases or whatever. All right. Well, thank you so much for that tidbit of information. You have a nice day. Well, I didn't find that good enough because I'm very petty. So I went on Facebook And I made this long post explaining my experience at this Walgreens. And little did I know that a lot of other people had the same issue at a different store. So this is a nationwide problem, which probably means that there's some kind of policy or procedure that has been circulating across all of their stores about people of color. So I was like, okay, very interesting. So then I went ahead and I went to Walgreens Facebook page and I posted something over there. Let me back up. Actually, what I did was I called the number on the back of my receipt and I left a message with somebody saying, my experience, and I want somebody to contact me because, not only is that especially prejudiced, but at the same time, you are in these communities with people of color, so you want people of color to spend their money on your products, but at the same time you're over there targeting them for crimes that they didn't even commit. So you cannot try to take people's money but then also look at them as some thugs and criminals and stuff. So I left a message, but I didn't hear anything from them. And so in the meantime, in between time, people are responding to my post on my personal Facebook page talking about their experiences. So after I hadn't heard anything from Walgreens and I kept getting these comments about people's experiences, I went ahead and I posted it on Walgreens Facebook page. And I said, not only had I experienced that, but other people of color had experienced the same thing. So that's when somebody contacted me via Facebook private message. And so they're all in my DMs and stuff talking about, hey, what's your phone number? We'll have somebody reach out to you, blah, blah, blah. Baby, they was on it like white on rice. Okay. They were contacting me, talking to me and all this other stuff. And I said, it's funny how you didn't want to call me when I called the back of that receipts number, but now you're calling me back because I'm making it more public. And so she said, well, I guess like the person that had logged in the complaint previously did not record your phone number. The lady also told me that the reason why that went off is because they have a body heat sensor in the cosmetics department, which, mind you, I was not in the cosmetics department when that went off. And when I went to the cosmetics department, that message did not go off there. So how is it that you have these heat body sensors in the cosmetics aisle, but yet that is not where the message went off at? But anyway, she said that, because that is a high revenue earning potential area and that aisle brings in the most money, we want to make sure that there's somebody there to help customers make their purchases. And because they used to have a dedicated beauty consultant there, but they don't anymore, they basically make the regular sales associates run over there when there is a customer there, but otherwise they're not stationed there permanently like they used to. All of that is some bullshit because, like I said, when I was in the beauty cosmetics aisle, nobody was paying attention to me. There was no message that went off. But yet when I went into the ethnic hair care section, that is when the message went off. And there was no sales rep that helped me with any of my purchases. There were 2 security guards to make sure that I wasn't stealing anything. And who are the only people going in the ethnic hair care aisle? Ethnic people. So anyways, that was strike number 1. So I just said, you know what? I'm not going to go to that Walgreens. As a matter of fact, I'm really not going to go to Walgreens no more anyway. Well, I had a foot injury this week, and that was another reason. I had been traveling, y'all, and then I've been in a lot of pain lately. So I really haven't been, up in the news and all that kind of stuff to even have anything to give my 2 cents on. But now I got something, so no worries. So I go back to Walgreens because, first of all, I need some pain medication. I need foot wraps and, whatever is going to help this shit go away, I'm going to get it. So I go to a different Walgreens this time. Okay, they had a sticker saying that the pain medication I was getting, it was $20.99, but now it's $10.99, right? So I'm like, cool. So I go up there, I make the purchase. I had some other things that I had bought per my typical self. That's probably why I'm one of their best customers, because baby, I'll go in there to get some bobby pins and I'll spend $150 quick. Okay. So that's another reason why you really shouldn't be following me around pissing me off, because I'm one of the best customers that you have. I spend all kinds of unnecessary money in there. But anyway, so I had bought some other stuff. So I really didn't think to be like, ooh, this is a big total, because that's typical of me. Well, I went to work and I was thinking like, but I ain't buy that much stuff. So why was it like 60 something dollars when I only bought like 5 things? Well, I looked on my receipt and they had not taken the $10 off, like the price sticker said that they would. So today it was like 3 days ago. So 3 days later, I finally got the time to go to Walgreens. But because there is a Walgreens just about on every block, I did not find it necessary to go to the specific one that I bought the product from. Also, being the lawyer that I am, I looked on the back of that receipt and I looked and it said that if you are unhappy with any of your purchases, you can go to any of our nationwide Walgreens stores and make the return. So I went to the closest Walgreens that I could find where I was, and I went ahead and presented them with my receipt. And I also took the time to go in the aisle where I had bought the product originally, and I had taken a picture of the actual coupon, or the actual sales, what am I trying to say? The price sticker. I took a picture of the price sticker to show that it was $20.99, but it's supposed to be $10.99. So, looking at my receipt, that was not taken off. So I'm asking you to credit me $10. So I go up to the manager and I give him the receipt, and he's like, you purchased this at another store. We can't process this here. And I'm like, but the back of your receipt says that I can go to any Walgreens in the country and be able to return my product. And he was like, well, we changed that. And the reason is because if we process the return here, then our sales are going to be negative. But that's not my problem, because your company-wide policy says that we can do that, So I reminded him that the back of the receipt said it. He was like, yeah, but we change that kind of stuff all the time. They just need to change the receipts. And I was like, you know what? Whatever, fine, bye. So my petty ass, I was going to buy some more stuff over there. But because he pissed me off, I went and I put the products that I was going to buy in the wrong fucking aisle in a very random spot, because your bitch ass can go and pick it up and clean up this store yourself and put it back where it's supposed to be. Because, bitch, I ain't going to do it because my foot is hurting and you didn't allow me to get the right price for the shit that I was going to get and allow me to spend another $30 in that bitch. So you going to have to put it back. So I went to the correct Walgreens. And you know what? Bless this man's heart that he went ahead and processed everything for me. Of course, he wouldn't tell me everything that I did wrong in the situation because I didn't present the coupon or whatever. And I'm like, bitch, that's not my responsibility. The fucking price says this. That's what it should have been. But anyways, he was telling me the difference between an instant savings and a coupon savings and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, yep, I'll keep that in mind for next time. And I walked out. But guess what? Ain't gonna be no next time. Because here's the problem that people are not realizing. Amazon is the shit, okay? With a Prime membership, you get free 2-day shipping, and then sometimes you get 1-day shipping for like $3 or $4. You can't really beat that. Number 2, if you get an Amazon charge card, which I do because I buy so many Amazon products, you get 5% cashback savings, plus you get your Prime membership, X, Y, and Z. So really, it behooves you to go on Amazon because you save a lot of money. The same products that I get from Amazon are about at least half as much money as the products that I get at a brick and mortar store. Not to mention the fact that I just bought something online and I never received it. So all I had to do was go and email customer service and say I never received it, even though the tracking says that it was delivered. I'm telling you, I never received it. So they said, guess what? Boom, refund. Go ahead and reorder it if you want to or not. I mean, they emailed me back less than an hour after I emailed them saying that I had never received this product. Now, I'm pretty sure they look at my sales history and they can tell that I buy thousands of dollars of products every single year and I only process 1 or 2 or 3 returns a year. So they probably, decided that I was credible. But nonetheless, the ease of the customer service and that experience versus how much trouble I had to go through just to get $10 back is ridiculous. And if Walgreens doesn't get it together, they don't realize not only are the prices at Amazon half as much as they are at their store, but you don't pay sales tax. You might have to wait 2 days, but unless it's an emergency, you usually don't need the shit right away. You know what I'm saying? So there are very few things that I would say I need to go to a brick and mortar store for, especially if I know that I'm not going to pay sales tax online, plus the ease in returning and exchanging and stuff is much better online, and the prices are like half as much, if not more. I save 86% on stuff all the time by going on Amazon. Walgreens needs to get it together, as well as any other store that does this stuff, because guess what? Although I'm saving money, I do recognize the fact that these are people's jobs that are lost. The less people that go to Walgreens and CVS and Kroger and buy products there, the less people that they are actually going to hire and retain, because of the fact that not as many people are shopping there. So they don't need as much staff and they can't pay as much staff. But that's on y'all. See, this is why people need to get an education so that their jobs are not so easily replaced by a computer. And so for all of y'all out there that's like, damn, I work at Walgreens or whatever, let me tell you something. Never get into a career field that will ever be replacing you with a computer. Do something that requires some advanced degrees in analytical skill that cannot be replaced by a computer. Hands down, point blank, period. But anyways, y'all, this video was long enough. I just had to go in on my rant about this punk ass Walgreens and let you know that they have lost another very dedicated and very loyal customer, because never, ever, ever have I stolen from them, yet they treat me like I'm a common criminal or some thug. And not only that, but I will spend thousands of dollars a year that I never would have spent, because of the fact that I just spend frivolously like that. But now they lost another person. And I'm hoping that other people will be able to look at this video and realize that if you've ever had a negative customer service experience at Walgreens, you ain't the only one. And it's probably about time that we take our money elsewhere. Until next time, you all, love and blessings.